They only have 2 more shows after this one. So we're really down to the end of their season. So this is the time to pick up all these great plants. We still had several new plants today. This one is one of those brand new ones, new today, only quantities of the season. This is called the 2-piece Camellia Chinese tea plant, and it's $26.38 for 2. And if you put it on your Q card, you could get it home for about $9 a month. But let's talk about this. I don't know really much about tea plants.
Well, think of it as a camellia. I mean, people love camellias. There's 20,000 varieties out there. People plant them all the time because they're a nice, flowering, fragrant shrub. And that's what we have here. These are going to flower for you in the fall, going all the way up to the winter time. But the added benefit is that this is the plant that is used to make tea, and not just green tea, black tea, all sorts of tea that you know, white tea, black tea, oolong, green tea, those all come from this one plant. And so that's pretty fun. You can enjoy in your garden a very beautiful shrub that produces pure white flowers with yellow pollen in the center. They're fragrant. But the added benefit is that you can pick the leaves, and I'll show you here, and make your own green tea. Now, it's so easy.
These are going to get to be about 3 to 5 feet tall.
Yep.
Right? And then they get a spread of about 2 to 3
feet wide.
Spread. So you need them in some fairly good-sized pots.
Yeah,
right?
just like this. You know, I have what this is a 12-inch pot. You could do a little bigger if you wanted. Now, I like to keep them in pots because in Pennsylvania, the winters would be too cold for these outside.
Right.
But it's a quick fix. You just bring the whole pot indoors in the wintertime. If you live down south where you don't get a freeze, leave them outdoors year round. But I wanted to show you this little green tip that I picked off. This is how you make tea. Now your plants are going to be producing these fresh leaf sprouts, all year round. Spring, summer, and fall, to say. And every 2 weeks you can pick off all the tips, and then you dry these either in the sun in a sunny window, or I like to do it quicker in the oven at 200 degrees for 20 minutes. But that's actually the source of all of what we see here. Green tea, it's the dried leaves of this camellia plant.
Wow.
And when you add hot water, then you're going to get our favorite tea. And depending on how long you dried them and what temperature, you'll have black tea.
So this has been dried longer.
This has been dried longer.
That's why it's more of a black tea.
And Court's here to show us that you can do this in the summertime.
Yeah. I'm here to drink some iced tea. This reminds me of summer. This is what I want when I'm entertaining all summer long. Homemade iced tea, I know what's in it. No GMOs, no pesticides. And you can do this, like Devin said, you can harvest them every 2 weeks, every 15 days or so. You can make a new harvest, but this is delicious. If you've never tried making your own tea, do it. But I also love it for the beautiful flowers that bloom in the fall and winter.
They're so gorgeous, and they're fragrant as well.
They are.
So this has a fragrance to it. So like we say, in most of the parts of the country, if you do get a frost, you're going to leave them out during the summer, but you're going to bring them in before the first frost and leave them indoors from first frost till springtime.
Wow.
And so many of our customers will have purchased Meyer lemons over the year.
Oh yeah,
and they do the same thing.
And the lemon together.
They put these outside in the summer, bring them inside in the winter, and the tea and the Meyer lemon with the camellia tea. Oh,
beautiful.
So good.
Wow. And you can mix the two together. Here's the thing I want to remind everybody. Brand new today. If you've never seen this before, here's your chance to pick it up. Give it a try. They give you Roberta's guarantee. It's the only quantities of the season. These are going to bloom more in the fall into
winter, yes. And you can see there some of your own dried green tea, and that'll last for a long time once you dry it.
Yeah.
There's one of the flowers. These are attractive, flowering shrubs in the garden, but in the home they make your own wonderful green tea.
And even if you never use the leaves to make tea,
They're
That's
so
a gorgeous
beautiful.
plant. Do you see those leaves? Those leaves are nice and thick. They have a sheen to them.
Yep.
They're really beautiful. And the key here is that you're getting beautiful plants to begin with.
Yes.
And how long would it take to go from that size maybe to what we would call the first season size?
Yeah, the plants that we see in front of us from the age that you get them here is by the end of the first year.
Wow.
And you can see, these are easy to grow. I have a pot here. I like to keep these in pots just because I want to be able to bring them indoors in the winter time.
Yeah.
And so here you go. I mean, it's that easy. Now, you can put them together. I like to have them separate.
Yeah.
The nice thing about these is that you're gonna have these tea leaves starting in spring, and I wanna show you again.
Wow.
The way to make your own tea is that you pick off—
Don't pick the big leaves.
not the big ones, the very soft leaves. That's what you pick. And now you dry that out, and you'll have hundreds of these little fresh leaf buds all over your plant.
And
so you'll
so
be picking tons and tons.
It won't matter though. It's not like it's going to stunt the plant. Because
No, actually, every time that you pick a leaf, it sprouts double.
Oh
and then you'll
my
have
gosh.
twice as many in 15 days, and you can pick again. That's the beauty.
That's
So the more
amazing.
you pick, the more you get.
Look at these two. You know, I could so see these on either side of my front door. Indoors for
Oh,
most
yeah.
of the year,
Oh,
but
definitely.
outdoors during part of the year. How great is that? These are brand new today, the only quantities of the season. If you want to get them, you get 2 for $26.38. You can also use your Q card and pay about $9 a month. They will ship out shortly, depending upon what part of the country you are in. And then we also want to show you something. Some lilies that I've never seen anything like it before in my life, and it's also brand new. We also have the orchid cactus collection.